So here I am seeing this brother talk about Gullah Geechee, even though I mostly heard Geechee when I was younger, more than Gullah Geechee. So here I am educating myself and things like that. I'm still tracing my family tree and learning about my ancestors and finding out they're Geechee on both sides. And I'm just like, what? This is amazing. And so then I'm like, okay, well, I'm Geechee. Let me join my community. Let me join my tribe. And that's when I became a member of Gunona, Gullah Nation of North America. Because, and I'm going to do a DNA video too, because sick of it. I'm sick of y'all. However, anyway, I think that people miss the mark when they do ancestry tests or when they are tracing their family tree, because oftentimes they're just doing it just to get the information. And the information is important. However, it's also important to begin to take the next steps, which is cause progression in your community. That is when I began to learn about the historic and the familial connection that Gullah Geechee have with Sierra Leone, specifically because of the tribes in Sierra Leone. Now, mind you, you have to keep in mind that prior to 1884, which is when you had the Berlin Conference, and which led into the scramble for Africa from 1885 to about 1914, I believe, are the dates. I have to double check that. However, you had the scramble for Africa, which is why you see the continent so cut up today. Prior to that, you had mostly empires and African kingdoms that had their own territories. So when I say the Gullah Geechee, because the Gullah Geechee people are it's like a Pan-African mix, right? You have many different African tribes from different regions that came together and maintained their Africanisms. They also developed the Gullah language, or the Geechee, that people call it too. People have a lot of different ways of saying it. However, the Creole, right? And you can go to Sierra Leone today and speak that Creole, and we're able to understand one another in Sierra Leone and the Gullah Geechee. So me doing my family tree and finding out who I am and where I come from allowed me to be able to then become a member of my nation, which then led me to begin to learn and become educated about the historic and familial connection that Gullah Geechee have in Sierra Leone. And that's what led me to then going to Sierra Leone, because at the time I served on the board, and I was the Minister of Information for Gullah Leone Union, which was an international extension to bridge the America Gullah Geechee and the Geechee and the Gullahs and the Mende and the Timni and the different tribes in Sierra Leone that we have connection to.